Welcome to my weekly general reading. We're going to be focusing on the influences, energy, and dynamics that are going to be affecting us this week. But before I begin, I want to say thank you to all of my viewers and my new subscribers. I just want you guys to know that I celebrate each and every one of your likes and comments and subscriptions. So just keep up with that feedback. It really helps out. Also, I wanted to tell you guys to stay tuned to the end because I have an exciting message about my private readings that I'm sure you guys are going to like. Okay, so for this general reading, we're going to do what I call a 3 for 3, okay? We've got 3 decks and we're going to be pulling 3 cards from each one of them, okay? And this should give you a pretty good idea about what's going to be going on this week, okay? So the first deck, I've already shuffled all of these decks. So the first deck is going to be this one. Cut the deck there, live. Okay. And let's go ahead and start here. Okay, so you guys have 3 cards. The first one has to do with making some more money, so that's good, okay? It's the Ace of Autumn, and it just notes a happy change in your financial situation. So this week, a lot of you guys are very recently, okay? So this would be like either last week or this week. Most of you, it's going to be this week or the next week. But like I said, most of you, it's going to be this week. You're going to be celebrating like a raise or an experience where you have, it's like you're making more money somewhere, okay? Or maybe you're going to maybe somebody's going to give you an extra $20 for something. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a big thing. Or maybe you're going to get an opportunity in order to do like a new project that's going to make more money or something like that. So you guys just keep in mind that more money is coming, which is great. You know, it's something that I'm excited about because I'm selling a house right now. So that's definitely something I need. Also, we have got the Justice card. Okay, and I'm going to leave a photograph of these at the very end, okay? And the Justice card is basically like, if you're having a situation with somebody and with anything, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person, it could be something else, where you're feeling like something's not fair, like you're not being treated fairly, or somebody else is not being treated fairly, or maybe a group of people that you maybe represent isn't being treated fairly, just know that situation is going to start balancing out a little bit, and you're going to feel like, you're going to start to feel like, okay, I'm being heard now, and I'm being taken seriously, and that kind of thing. The Justice card in this reading is basically saying that you're going to end up winning in the end. Now, please understand, I don't do legal, but I'm not talking about an actual legal situation. This feels to me more like an interaction between people or between yourself and something. Like, for example, either it might be between yourself and another person, and maybe you're arguing and you don't think they're being fair to you, or it could be something like, oh gosh, it's not fair that my refrigerator just went out after I had somebody come out and fix it. They should be able to take care of my refrigerator without me having to pay them more, you know, that kind of thing. So just as examples, you know, there's going to be a turnaround of some kind of unfair situation in your life. And then the last one is the Princess of Winter. This is a female that's going to be coming to your life at some point in this next week, or maybe somebody who's already in your life that you're just going to be dealing with, or maybe just a person that's going to be coming at you with this kind of energy. And it's basically like this kind of inquisitive, very nothing against nerds, okay, I'm married to one, but kind of very nerdy, very almost robotic type personality, where they're going to basically be either looking for knowledge or giving knowledge. For most of you, it's going to be that they're giving knowledge, or they're stating something that's factual or true, in kind of in kind of like a nerdy way. So basically what you can do with this is that I think this card's coming up because usually this kind of person isn't a very exciting person to talk to, and it's just letting you know that this is gonna, when this person comes into your life, pay attention, because whatever like knowledge that they're gonna impart to you is gonna actually have it's gonna actually be relevant to something that happens to you later on. So they're gonna give you some clues as to like, you know, what you can do in the future that will be relevant. Sorry. Okay, so next deck. All right, we've got trust, priorities, and respect. Okay, guys. Respect, you know, that's about valuing everybody's ideas and respecting everybody's possessions. It can also refer to the world, to the earth, you know, that kind of stuff. But for most of you, it's going to be this is going to be like a relationship card. So between either you and your partner, you and somebody you're interested in, or but just between you and maybe a coworker, or maybe your children, you know, something like that. And basically the way, like what this is telling you to do is when they're telling you how they feel or something that they think, instead of just saying, you know, and then saying what you think, which might be different, what this card's telling you is to be like, okay, I understand that you feel hurt. Let's pretend like that's what it is. But I just wanted you to know that, and then tell them what you how you feel. So for example, it might be like, I know that you're feeling hurt right now, but I just want you to know that I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. What can I do to make it better? That would be a way of phrasing that. That way you are acknowledging that they're feeling a certain way, and that's okay. And you're respecting that. You're giving them the opportunity to feel that way without, you know, telling them that they're wrong for feeling that, or thinking that, if it's a thought or a belief or whatever. But you're also getting heard yourself by letting them know, you know, where your perspective is. So I really believe that that's the kind of respect that they're talking about. The next one is priorities. Okay, so some of you might be struggling to keep up with things, and just kind of just struggling in your life to make sure that like you're putting what's like your best interests at hand. Okay, so for example, if I want to have a milkshake, or if I would rather like maybe keep that last 10 pounds off that I just lost, me prioritizing, you know, maybe I just really want the milkshake, and that's just, you know, that's just as you know, okay as, no, I want to keep those 10 pounds off. What this card's telling though is that when you're thinking about making a priority, when you're making decisions and you're putting one thing above the other, you're assigning value to things, just know that it's going to be better for you if you pick the healthier decision. And so prioritization in this particular reading is speaking to your physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional health, okay? So just make sure that you're keeping that in check and you're taking care of yourself. The last card is trust, and basically you've got to like really have faith in your intuition. Sometimes people call, you know, sometimes intuition can just kind of come out of nowhere. And then other times intuition is more about like filling in the blanks between what you've observed. You know, you've observed a pattern, and then there's a break in that pattern, then the pattern starts again, you know, and it's like, well, what happened there? And you might get an idea that kind of like makes it into a kind of a congruent line in your mind. What this card is saying is trust how you fill in the blanks there. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's true, it just means that that's worth exploring. So when you're getting any kind of feelings or thoughts that make you feel like maybe uncomfortable in a situation, or like something's up, like a red flag or something like that, just know that biologically that's the same thing as when you feel like maybe your tummy hurts a little bit and you're starting to get sick and you need to, lie down and take a rest and all of that. It works the same way. Your mind's going to put you on alert when your mind and your psyche is threatened or might get hurt a little bit, in the same way that your tummy or your head is going to tell you when you're sick. So just trust in those sensations, and trust when you have those kinds of ideas. Okay, and the last deck we have Study, New Beginnings, and Support, guys. All right, these are some good cards. Study. All right. For those of you who are in school, this means got to study a little bit harder this week. There might be something unexpected, or maybe a test that you're going to have is a little bit harder than you thought. But for the rest of you, this study card is coming up because it's telling you that that there's something that you don't know that you need to know right now. And we had gotten that card before with the woman, the kind of thinking-oriented woman, and I think that some of the knowledge could come from her. But another thing that might come up is just doing your own research. Before you make a claim or before you tell people what you think, make sure that you have something that can back it up. People tend to take you a little bit more seriously when you have that. Even if it's something like as simple as, well, I read in the New York Times, and then, say whatever it is that you read. Or if it's something more like, I've been doing a little bit of research on this author, and I think it's interesting that they suffered from mental illness while they were writing this particular book. What do you think about that? That kind of thing. Look a little bit into the background of whatever you're interested in right now. You might find something that will serve you in the future. I mean, anytime studying and knowledge and, somebody like that figure that we got before comes up, it lets me know that there's something that's just kind of right around the bend that you're about to find out, and it's going to really improve your life. Okay, and then we've also got New Beginnings. So some of you guys are going to be offered some, basically you're going to be like invited to participate in some kind of situation that is going to be for in your best interest. Okay, so for example, if you get a social invitation this week, if you are invited to work on a new project, if if you are kind of interested in somebody and you or you're gonna see them or you see them this week, just know right now is a really good time to just start some things. So not only be sensitive to that and understand that like you can make some of that new stuff happen, but also just be aware that when people ask us to do things or ask us, hey, do you want to hang out? That kind of thing. Sometimes we can be so overwhelmed that we're just like, oh gosh, I don't want to do that, and this card's basically saying, say yes to that, I mean, not to everything, some people will ask you to do some pretty weird things, but I mean, as long as it's reasonable, go ahead and say yes, because really you're going to be offered a lot of positive opportunities, and they're going to be giving you experiences for growth and then support. And I think this is a really good card to finish off on. The support card comes up when we've kind of gone inward and really reflected on some things. And there's a time to kind of step out of that inner world and look outside of yourself for any kind of maybe either reinforcement for some of the conclusions that you've come to, or just to have somebody help you with something. And it might seem something small like, hey, I just need somebody to act as a sounding board, or it might be something more big like, can you help me pack up and move out of my house, that kind of thing. I just wanted to let you guys know that it's okay to ask for help right now if that's something that you need. People are more receptive to helping right now. And just know if it ever makes you feel, people feel bad about asking for things. I don't know why, but they do. And if you ever feel bad about asking for something, just know that when you're in a better place, because you know you're going to get to a better place eventually, when you're in a better place, you can just pay it forward by doing the same thing for somebody else. And that makes it a lot better. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful week, and here are those pictures. Hi, thanks for staying till the end of my video. I have a special promotion going right now, and it's going to go through the end of 2018, so you guys can take advantage of this anytime from now until December 31st, 2018. And what it is you can get $10 off any reading as long as it's either a video reading or a chat reading. And in order to take advantage of this, all you have to do is send me an email at momentsare.yt@gmail.com and let me know that you'd like $10 off a reading. Now, you can look at the services that I provide on my website, and I'll go ahead and put that on screen so you'll know where to find that too. Again, I really appreciate all of you, and if you enjoy my videos, go ahead and like, subscribe, leave me a comment letting me know what you like about it. It really means a lot to me. Thank you.